What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall markets. I'm also going to break down what's going on with the economic calendar and a bearish catalyst that came out for the markets that could cause a bit of a dip very, very soon. But just notes that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total. And the offer ends very soon in just 2 weeks. Anyways, for the market, I just want to call out some big news that's come out. The market is at a very, very tough resistance. And this could lead to some downside as you look at the charts. So I'm going to break down exactly why that is. So what's happening with the market? First thing, today is Monday, September 16th, 2024. There's not really much data that's come out so far, but at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 hours after the market opens, we have the 3 and 6 month bill auctions coming out that might cause some volatility. So watch for that. And then just know we have the FOMC meeting coming out for Wednesday. Can't wait to see what the Fed has to say. There were some crazy things that happened over the weekend. I just want to say I really hope for the safety and the best for political candidates on both sides. It's very, very horrible to hear the things that we are hearing that happened over the weekend. So I just hope for everyone's safety and just wish for the best, guys. It's just something that should never be happening during times like these. Anyways, for Apple, there's some big news coming out. Apple stock is dropping really hard because reports are suggesting that their iPhone 16 demand for pre-sale are once again below what we saw last year. Let me show you the numbers actually right over here. So what's happening is reports are showing that Apple sold an estimated 37 million new iPhone 16 units, and its opening weekend, that's down 12.7% from the first days of the last year's iPhone 15 launch. Now, this doesn't guarantee anything for the long term of the iPhone 16, but it does suggest that there is slowing demand so far, and this is causing a very, very big move in the share price. So it's no surprise. Many studies have found that there is a slowdown in demand for the phones market, and we're starting to see this slowdown being led by high interest rates, economic downturns, and slowdowns in demand in general, which is once again associated with potential recessions and all these different factors. So that's why Apple's seen a big slowdown right here. There's a lot of fear building because of this. Sales are once again down 12.7% compared to what we saw last year during the iPhone 15 launch, and this is leading to some concerns amongst investors. On top of this, for stocks like Tesla, there's been a lot of talk about how the supercharger expansion is slowing down. The supercharger ports that are being built have decreased by about 28% from May through August. There's also been some more talk about how the European sales have slowed. So I just want to call that out. We're seeing some negative headlines so far. So what do I see for the markets? For SPY, look at resistance at 562 and 563. But just know between 563 and 565, every time SPY hit that resistance, we've seen this thing reject. And then if we don't hold above 562, we're looking at support at 560, followed by 558. Just be very, very careful. If we end up dipping, we're looking for the low 560 area, followed by 558 as our main supports. And then if that doesn't hold, we have our 4-hour 20 EMA all the way down around 556. So could be a little bit of a dip coming. I want to give you guys a heads up about that. That's also affecting the broader markets. ES is also slowing right over here. We have 5630 as a key level. If we hold above this, we're looking for basically 5640. If we don't hold above that, we could be dipping all the way down to the lower 5600s. So watch these levels very carefully. We could dip a little bit. Now, what is leading the market to dip, or what's being used as the catalyst to dip the markets is Apple so far. We're losing this 217 key support. We saw this big dump on Apple. We're down 2.64%. We're looking at that 215 area to be tested very soon. If that does not hold, we could be approaching the lower the 211 area. So be careful, guys. If we do end up getting that dip, we have resistance at 219. We've got to reclaim that to turn back up. Otherwise, we're at risk of dipping lower. And so far, the share price looks kind of weak, so this could slow things down. For the QQQ, we look a little bit more bearish. We're looking at 473 as key support. If it doesn't hold, we could be dipping all the way down to 470, followed by 468 to 466. We'll see if we bounce off that, but I do see potential for a dip. If we end up breaking past 475, we could try to bounce, but I do see potential for us to dip. So watch for that very, very carefully. For NQ, we basically are dipping. We have 19,500 as our resistance. If we don't hold above that, we could be dipping lower all the way down to about 19,300, followed by 19,200. So I could see a little bit of a dip right over here in this range. I see potential in that, and I think that this is what could drag down our QQQ. For Nvidia, we're dipping already. We lost 118, which is not a good sign. We could be dipping closer to like the 115 to 114 area. This is where the EMAs happen to be. If 114 fails us, we could be looking for basically 111. That's a bit of a stretch. For now, we're just looking at these EMAs to hold. We might be dipping towards them before we try to rebound. So look for us to get closer to 114 to 115. We'll see how Nvidia reacts. For Tesla, we're dipping a little bit. We're looking at that 230 area as a key level. Can we hold above 230 or not? If we don't hold above 230, we could be dipping back down towards 226. If we hold above 230, we could try to rebound. But as of right now, I'm seeing some tough resistance for Tesla between 230 and 235. So there could be a dip coming depending on how that reacts. For others out there, we also have the IWM. This is slowing down right now. We're looking at 216 as our main support. If that does not hold, we're looking for 215. In my video yesterday, I said I might push a little bit higher for that like 218 target before it comes back down. That's what happened. We pushed to about 218 before we came back down. Look at 216 to see if that holds. We'll see how things end up going. For Coinbase pumps the 50 EMA only to reject. So we're looking for 155. We'll see if this holds or not. We are looking a little bit more bearish, so give this some time. For Amazon, we have support currently around this 186 area. If that fails, we're looking for 184. So I think we could dip a little bit more closer to 186 to 184, and we'll see if we bounce. But there's a little bit of a slowdown that's going on right here, so watch and see how that goes. For Meta, we're also slowing down. We have 525 as our resistance and 520 as our main support. I think we could be dipping back down towards 520. So we'll see how that goes. Meta could dip a little bit lower, so give that the time it needs, but it's kind of shuffling right now. For Microsoft, we're barely holding 430. If this holds, we might consolidate a bit, maybe try to push more. If we lose 430, we're looking for a dip to 427.5, followed by 425. We're just consolidating, so give this the time it needs. For Google, we're just consolidating as well. If we end up losing 157, we're looking for a dip for 155. If we break past 160, we could turn back up. I think we're in a consolidation phase right now on Google, but there is a risk of it dipping lower if that does not hold. So watch and see how it goes. So I think we're going to consolidate for the time being. We'll see if 157 holds or not. But I think for now, we're just kind of stuck. So we're going to give this some time to develop. So as far as the market goes, we'll see if we get a little bit of a dip on SPY as we're hitting some tough resistance. And seeing the fact that Apple's selling off, I want everyone to be kind of careful with this market. There could be some trickery going on, so do what you have to do, guys. All right, so watch your support and resistance levels, but just know there is an increased probability of us slowing down a little bit as SPY is at some tough resistance. Every time we hit 563 to 565 historically, we have rejected, so be careful as we're at that tough resistance. All right, so it could lead to a bit of a rejection, a little bit of a dip. So we'll see how things go. That being said, I want to thank you all so much for listening. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys very soon in a couple of hours for another update. Until then, have a great day and peace out.